all of Judaism. It's the third holiest site in Islam purely because it's holy to the Jews, so they want to take something from them. We talked about this last night. I'm going to say it openly now because I know I'm in a Jewish quarter and nowhere near Muslims. Islam is the religion of the devil. It's the religion that's come to counter the Jewish identity. It's the God of Muhammad against the people of Moses. The God of Israel against the nation of Islam. It's that simple. It's a holy war. It's a battle. Everything that happens between these two identities is a spiritual war that's unfolding before our eyes. That's simple. The Jewish people who come to the Western Wall, as you can see, they're separated. Women on one side, men on the other. On holy feasts and festivals, this entire courtyard area will be full. 30,000, 60,000, as many people can squeeze in. Yom Kippur was just a recent holiday that unfolded. Many Jewish people will come here on Yom Kippur. The high priest will stand in one of these archways and he'll do the prayers. The people will lament. He'll cry over the sins of the people. They'll lament in prayer, say sorry for what they've done. But this is the location. But what I think is really interesting about this place is it proves something. It proves something very, very, very clear in the human condition, right? The human condition, which is unable to simply worship God in spirit, right? When you think about this wall, why is it special? Why is it holy? To be fair, it's not. What Amma said yesterday was true. It's literally a wall that was constructed and built by Herod, a Jewish convert. And yet today we see people coming here praying because they believe this is the closest they can get to the presence of God. And they'll go to a wall, they'll touch a wall, they'll pray to a wall, they'll put notes in a wall, and they'll feel that the wall has some sort of power or access to God, right? This is the human condition. And this is not just a Jewish problem, it's also a Christian problem, because when we're going to walk into the Holy Sepulchre tomorrow, we're going to see people rubbing a stone, touching a stone, thinking that the stone has power because maybe Yeshua was here. We all have the same condition, right?
Idolatry?
Sorry?
Is that idolatry?
Yes, to a degree, but it also just proves something, and that's the point I'm making right here. We need something physical. We need it. It wasn't enough for the creator of the universe to be with us in spirit. We've proven by our own actions and our own behavior that we actually need something tangible, and God understands our weakness, which is the exact reason why the creator of the universe would take on flesh. He's going to solve the problem. He's going to solve the issue that we need something physical to see, to touch, to experience in a way that our minds can overcome the challenges and boundaries. I was with a Jewish man, a tour guide, non-believer, and his name was Yoav. I said, Yoav, if we took a first century Jew, transported him without saying a word, put him next to us and let him watch this, what would he think? The first question he would say is, what are they doing down here? This was nothing in our day. It had no value. No one was coming to this section of the wall and touching it or putting their prayers, or he'd be like, what are they doing? And so if that would be the question that was asked today, I said, well, but it proves something, right? You need something physical. And I said, I want you to think about that, and I want you to think about the reason why we as believers think that God had to take on flesh. Had to do it for our benefit, not his. So that's an important thing. At the same time, I'll tell you this, I appreciate their commitment to God. Yeah? I appreciate it. I appreciate that they treat things as holy and sacred at the same time. Because that's being lost in Christianity in a lot of ways. And we've gone too far the other direction, often casualized our faith, right? Like, Jesus is just my best friend. Not just that, I can do what I want and live how I want and we can just talk like friends. No, he's the creator of the universe. A beginning of knowledge begins with a fear and understanding of who God is. Let us work out our salvation in fear and trembling at the power, the force of who God is himself. So the other thing I want to say is when Yeshua was arguing with the religious leaders in Matthew 23, which I spoke a little bit about at Magdala, he'll make a statement that from Abel all the way to Zechariah, right, that blood has been spilled. The very first murder in the Bible is the murder of Abel by his brother Cain. And then he talks about this Zechariah being killed between the temple and the altar, right? And so what Yeshua is talking about during his time is that we've come full circle with the bloodshed of humanity, because the murder that he's talking about is in Chronicles. Chronicles is the back end of how the Tanakh is ordered and structured. So Yeshua is saying from Genesis, the first murder, all the way to the last murder that's recorded in Chronicles, the bloodthirsty nature and rejection of God's chosen has been fulfilled in that sense. Right? From the beginning to the end, it has been bloodshed, and this is why I, again, must come to resolve this issue of human bloodshed. Okay, Amma, you can go.